Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we take you through all the top trending stories of what's happening in and around Dubai. You're watching the show with me, Simran.
And Misha here.
Woo! And it is finally, it is almost the weekend.
8 hours, 8 hours away. Drum roll.
Okay, guys, so today's top trending stories are the Dubai Civil Defense team successfully put out a fire with the help of a flyboard.
And UAE residents are keeping up with the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial and have mixed opinions.
That is so interesting. We'll get all into that later in the show. And we'll also be talking about a Dubai couple get married in the Metaverse.
And we're going to give you the top spots to go to this weekend.
And after all of that, a short break, and then we'll be interviewing the matchmaker, Christiana Maxion, on the show. And we're going to get the lowdown on all things relationships, all things matchmaking. So you want to stay tuned for that. But first, Shahir, good morning.
Sim, morning to you.
Thank you so much. How was your morning? How was your drive to the office?
Yes, it's interesting. You know, when I have to pick you up, get a message as soon as I wake up saying, hey, pick me up. And in all reality, I have no choice. But like, I enjoy singing to you every morning.
I enjoy being sung to you being sung by you every morning.
By you,
I do.
Weekend brain.
But I meant, how was the weather? How was the drive down in terms of the weather?
Like, it's chill. Like, you know, I blast the AC in the car anyway.
Yeah.
But like, people are getting sick with the change of weather. I personally don't get it. Maybe it's because I never took a biology class in my life. But people are getting really sick due to the change of weather.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just don't get it.
There is a dust and sandstorm that's sweeping over the UAE. So a lot of people are deciding to stay home these couple of days because, of course, like a lot of dust in the air aggravates asthma and all these like...
Does it?
Yeah.
The more you know.
Respiratory conditions. So people are just like taking a chill, working from home. Just not stepping out during these hazardous weather conditions.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope the weather gets better. It's apparently just going to be there till Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have a few days then. You have a few days. But
yeah,
I prefer it like that. Like, it's going to be unbelievably hot in like, what, 20 days?
Yeah.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Oh my God, this is like the first sign that summer is here.
I know.
At 6:20 a.m. this morning, when I opened my eyes, the sun was glaring.
No way. It wasn't like that in Furjan, to be honest.
Really?
But like the last few days, like it's been super foggy. I get paranoid driving because you don't necessarily know what the weather's like or what's in front of you more than like 2 meters ahead of you.
Yeah.
But I would much rather have this all year round as opposed to the summer's heat.
Oh.
But then, but then again...
You'd rather have sandstorms all year around?
Well, not the sandstorm. Like, it looks a bit foggy. It's not
not fog.
The sun's not excruciatingly painful.
Yeah. That's because of the sandstorm and all the dust in the air.
I'm grateful for it. Like, I'm chilling.
You're grateful for the dust.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see the effect it has on your skin in a couple of days, and then maybe your opinion then will
hitting
change.
me where it hurts in true Simran form.
But we'll move on to our first story. The Dubai Civil Defense team successfully put out a fire with the help of a flyboard. Now, a fire broke out in a dhow boat at Dubai's Hamria port yesterday afternoon, and the fire reportedly started at noon. And the Dubai Civil Defense reached out in the scene in under 7 minutes. The fire was extinguished at 12:24 p.m. Now, the crew successfully evacuated and no injuries were reported. Senior officials explained that the black smoke billowing from the boat was due to the burning of inflammable materials stocked inside it. And the most interesting thing about the mission was how the civil defense put on the fire, how they put out the fire on the dhow.
So the Dubai Civil Defense used a flyboard to combat the fire on the dhow. The flyboards, also known as dolphins, they used to fight hazards, blazes, and that erupt around the beaches and bodies of water. Images show the members of the team used jetpacks, which I found unbelievable, to airlift it off the water and successfully put the fire out.
That is so interesting.
My initial thoughts, well, I didn't know what a dhow was until like half an hour ago, but like one of the things I'd always think about is how do you put fire out when it's like when there's water conditions, you know?
Yeah.
Like You learn something new every day.
You get those long fire extinguishers, like the long pipes, and it hoses down. But this is, I mean, we saw these jetpacks in Expo, right? In Expo 2020 Dubai, a lot of police officers like very frequently showed off the new jetpacks, and now they're finally putting it to use and showing how efficient they are, and just how they can quickly get action can take place faster with these jetpacks. So it's pretty interesting.
It really is interesting, to be honest, and just like the advancement that goes on in Dubai and government entities and like the entities that keep us safe and happy on a day-to-day basis and the sense of comfort, it's insane how quickly everything advances with AI, with like just really high technology and everything else that we did see in Expo.
And that, honestly, and it's just, we're just seeing that, like Expo, the technology that was unveiled at Expo, it's slowly trickling down.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it being used in everyday life, like you said, like AI technology and now jetpacks. So interesting to see what more will come of that.
Would you wear a jetpack and like use it? Not just wear it, because I feel like you do it for the picture. I'll do it for the picture. But would you actually attempt to like fly it on your own?
I would. Yeah, for like water sports, I guess, but not for important missions like this. I don't think.
For like that. Recreational reasons.
Yeah.
But also, you want to fly a plane, so like I guess you don't have a fear of heights or anything.
No, I don't. Do you have a fear of heights?
No, like it's in my blood to like love flying.
Yeah.
Which I don't, by the way.
Your brother is a pilot.
Yeah, and my parents worked in the airline, and a bunch of my mom's side of the family worked in the airline. So like everyone's really into flying. Except me. I don't like sitting down on an airplane and have it be a whole thing. But a jetpack, on the other hand, now that's interesting. It makes me think of, have you ever played GTA?
Grand Theft Auto? No, I mean, I've seen my friends play it, but I haven't played it.
San Andreas, have you played that one?
No.
Oh, so there was a cheat code where you get a jetpack, one or two, up, down, left, right, one or two, up, down, left, right, and you get a jetpack.
Okay.
And I always thought, like, how long is it going to take until we see... how long is it going to take until we can see jetpacks in real life? I can't believe I still remember the cheat code.
Wow. It's taking getting high in life to a whole new level.
It really is.
Yeah, that's... cool. So now it's finally manifested from GTA to the streets of Dubai.
So thank you, Expo 2020 and the entities in Dubai for making my dreams come true. Moving on to our next story. Everyone knows the iconic Johnny Depp. But lately, the actor has been all over the news, under fire, because he's suing his ex-wife, Amber Heard, who appeared in the movie Aquaman. We've all seen Aquaman. She looked great with the red hair. So he's suing the actress for defamation over an op-ed she wrote. He's claiming that basically it's all slander and it's not true. Tricky situation. Recently, the pair have been under the spotlight more than anyone else. Like, we hear about it through everyone, and claim that the other person has been abusing them. So Amber Heard saying Johnny Depp was abusing her. Johnny Depp was saying Amber Heard has been abusive in the relationship.
I mean, it is definitely a he said, she said trial. But I mean, the comments on this are crazy. We have an article up about this on our social media platforms, on our official Lovin Dubai website. And over there you can see the reactions of what Dubai residents are truly thinking about this. And it's very interesting. So I'm going to open it up right now and just read some of your comments.
What are your thoughts? Well, let's go through the comments first, and then you can tell me your thoughts.
Okay. So honestly, Dubai residents just cannot get enough of this trial. And Johnny Depp versus the Heard trial is being aired live, and UAE residents have their own opinions, which we're going to read some of them out for you right now. Now, Yasser Ahmed said actor Amber Heard's friend testifies she saw bruises inflicted by Johnny Depp on Amber. And another tweet says Johnny Depp's lawyer Camille cross-examining Amber, and you know I need to sleep, but I just can't stop watching the 2-hour video. Enough with the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case. Some people are just over it. Someone is like, Amber Heard is going down. Johnny Depp will come out victorious. Good night. I mean, it's just like very divided. The internet is so divided.
Definitely. And it's not just a Dubai thing, it's a global thing. Like, it's all you hear about. Like, we're not hearing about the Kardashians anymore. We're not hearing about Rihanna's baby. She gave birth yesterday. Like, no one cares for anyone besides this trial. Like, it's one of the biggest trials to happen in a long time since Naomi Campbell's trial, which happened 2009.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so I took a media law class, and basically all it takes is for Amber to prove him wrong once, that basically him suing her isn't on the right grounds, I guess.
Yeah.
And she wins. But it's really intense. Like, I don't have mixed feelings that I don't know if I can talk about it on the show.
People have like very strongly taken stances, like Team Johnny, Team Amber. But with these cases, I mean, naturally, of course, you do form opinions.
Yeah.
But the best thing is just to leave it to the professionals, which is the lawyers, and then the judge to decide who exactly is in the wrong. Because so many cases, it's like the public made the decision for the judge, like with the O.J. Simpson case. And then what happens? Like, the public decides.
Yeah, that's the thing. When there's a jury, obviously, like, basically, if they're taken, let's say it's the US, if they're taken around from different parts of the US, they're put in hotel rooms and they're not supposed to be talking to anyone. They're not supposed to communicate or talk about the trial outside of basically the jury that they're a part of. But for example, when it was O.J. Simpson, it was one of the biggest trials to ever happen related to a celebrity. And there was no way for the jury to not have a biased opinion or an opinion that has been impacted by what the media said. Yeah,
and
exactly.
the public. Exactly, yeah. And then, of course, we know how that turned out. And, of course, like with any case, you just don't want the perpetrator to get out scratch-free.
What are your opinions
on this?
Yeah.
I just don't have any. I don't know, because it's so dicey. Of course, like right now, the internet, majority of the internet is on Johnny Depp's side.
Yeah.
But then Amber Heard is also like, you know, is it actually what the internet is showing it to be like,
it's
you know?
Tricky.
That she's
it's
faking
tricky.
it, or is she not? And then her friends have testified. Now, of course, like her friends have testified. How reliable is that? Of course, you're going to be biased for your friend.
But maybe Johnny Depp's one of those people, like an introvert, because like his security spoke, people and staff that work in his house, they spoke out. But like I didn't necessarily hear from his friends. I don't know if they got to that point yet and if it's going to happen. But yeah, like obviously your friends are going to defend you no matter what.
Yeah.
Would you lie under oath to protect a friend?
Definitely not. I don't think so.
Sure. Sure.
No, I don't think so. If it's something this serious, like if it's gone to the court,
exactly,
then you want to be honest just for the sake of everyone involved. And of course, if you are proven that you're lying under oath, then I think there is a penalty fees.
Is there?
I think so.
Well, I assume there would be one, to be honest. It makes sense.
Because you're, what is it? Complying with the court? There's a word for it.
I'm going to Google it. I feel like I know it's at the tip of my tongue, lying to courts. Perjury.
Perjury.
It's at the tip of my tongue.
Perjury, right.
Say it 5 times.
Perjury. Oh, anyway. But you don't want to be in that situation where it's like, you know, you lied under oath.
Yeah.
And that too, it's being broadcasted.
Yes.
National television. It's pretty intense.
Although I must say, like, this trial in general, from people farting to
oh my god, a whole bunch of other things, to
Johnny Depp's team giving signs to Amber Heard, which aren't the most respectful, especially for court. I don't know, it's just a tricky one. Like, it's
and there was a whole thing of like, why isn't Johnny Depp looking into your eyes? That's because he swore to you would never see his eyes again. It's just like intense. It's
so intense.
Very intense.
It's so intense. I can't wait to see how this unfolds.
I was just going to say, I hope this draws to a conclusion very soon. But to a couple that's suffering quite a bit in the media, I will move on to a very positive and fun story. Now, a Dubai couple get married in the Metaverse. Now, what a time it is.
What a time to be alive.
Honestly, crypto, Metaverse, NFTs. Now, from virtual art galleries to boardroom meetings, the Metaverse is slowly hosting it all. And now the metaverse weddings are becoming all the rage. Definitely a level up from the Zoom weddings, we must say. Now, in the pandemic, if you remember, people just had Zoom weddings.
Yeah.
With
Insane.
no end in sight, but now it's like leveled up and people are taking it to the metaverse.
So a whole new, this might have actually come out due to the pandemic, like the trend. But also, I don't know. How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it? Well, now there are avatars and all those interesting things, but we'll tell you about this couple who just made they just made a whole thing out of it. 1 second.
So
the lowdown is right here. Now the virtual space bears a world of opportunities, and the Dubai peeps aren't, of course, we aren't the kind to wait around. We jump right into the bandwagon and just make the most of it. Now, let's get on to this couple. Now, this couple, I'll give you their names. Yeah, so imagine this, a cyber chapel, a 367 dirham outfit that you buy from NFT outfit actually, and virtual plots, live streaming, and that's how Florian and his wife Liz renew their wedding vows.
So the founders of Easy Wedding, Florian and Liz, held their unconventional virtual wedding in a modest chapel booked in Decentraland, within the metaverse, basically. So Florian and his partner Liz have been at the forefront this entire time of the metaverse trend after marrying hundreds of couples online during the pandemic. They took it a step further and started creating avatars for people and having weddings, like a whole wedding venue, chapels, invitations, inviting friends, families, former couples, and a selected group of press to attend the first of its kind online wedding ceremony in the metaverse.
That is so interesting. I mean, just putting the whole thing together must have been quite a task. Now, the bride shared that when Flo asked me to get married again, I just couldn't fathom the idea of having a wedding in the metaverse. Our first wedding took place in the real world, and I'm excited to do this again in the unique world of metaverse. And that's cute, actually. It just saves so much dollars. Money, yeah, of course. But Shahir, tell me, don't look in the front, look me in the eyes.
Okay.
What do guests eat at a meta wedding?
Is there an answer to this? Like, is this a joke?
It's a joke.
Okay, so there's an answer. One right answer. Give me a clue. I don't want to look stupid. What do they eat?
Do you know this?
No, I don't. What is it? Tell me.
Bite-sized food. Can it bite?
Yeah, I got it. It's just not funny.
It is funny. Bite-sized food.
Yeah, okay.
It is.
I'll give you that
good one.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, I think it's pretty unique, and you save so much money. And I mean, that's something I wouldn't do as my first wedding. Maybe
or my second, or my third, or my fourth.
Maybe to renew vows, why not? Like how they did. Like, it just makes it's cute.
Okay, so you're a couple that's been married for, like, let's say 5 to 10 years. Your parents are significantly older than you. Well, not necessarily significantly older, but old enough to not necessarily understand what the metaverse is.
Yeah.
So imagine going up to your parents and say, "Hey, mom and dad, we're gonna renew our vows," aka another wedding. Your parents go like, "What are you talking about?" And you're like, yeah, we're gonna renew our vows, but it's in the metaverse. The parents are gonna go like, "What are you talking about?"
But they would still attend. Like, parents know about Zoom, they understand the whole thing.
Well, they do now. I feel like they were forced into it with the pandemic. But yeah, like, I don't know. I just feel like if you tell your friends, they're gonna laugh at you, then say, "Okay, yeah, sure, cool, we'll attend."
Yeah.
If they feel like it. But like parents and like older family members and like grandparents, they're gonna go like, "What are you talking about?"
I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, it will be quite a conversation to have with them. But then if they can't attend, they can't. Because it's not like you're putting a lot of money into this. So it's like you're doing it for just something, a unique experience.
And the whole avatar thing, like, you're obviously going to make yourself look better than you actually do. It's just like online,
it's like
right?
The Sims, you know?
Or like Imvu. Have you ever played Imvu?
Imvu, no.
But they had great style.
I see this as Sims. Have you played Sims?
It's like Sims.
Yeah.
But the concept of buying $100 dress, like, make it make sense. I've seen this video of the cheapest wedding to take place in the US where the couple spent $53. $53. And it was like on the side of a cliff, by the way, on the road. So like people passing by would have said, okay, sure. But it was $53 and
It's possible to do a really cheap
but
wedding. You get candy rings, say the vows.
Oh, candy rings, that's smart. But also if you have an entire like real wedding for $53, make buying a dress for $100 make sense.
I guess. I don't know. I just don't know what makes sense and what doesn't anymore. Because for me, if I put this in perspective of The Sims, it's like if I had a Sims account and then I ask all my friends to make the same Sim account for my Sim universe, and I already have an avatar, they can create their avatars. Like it would be something interesting. But it's like imagine you and your wife sitting together and just like you're on something virtual.
I space love space you, or like reading out your vows. You space have space been space the most interesting person in my life. Like it's just gonna take time. It's prolonging the entire process.
It is. I don't know how it's gonna evolve the metaverse and this.
We need to ask Christiana.
Exactly. I think we need to get in touch with our matchmaker.
The matchmaker of Dubai, who's gonna be in not too long.
Exactly, as well as this couple, and just ask like how it went down. How was the experience like?
I just don't get it.
But we'll move on to our final story of the day. These spots make up the recipe for a perfect weekend in Dubai,
which I'm so excited about. So the first one is a perfect getaway at Ritz-Carlton, Ras Al Khaimah, Al Hamra Beach, where there's white sands, crystal clear water, delicious delicacies, and just a day filled with thrilling discoveries and adventures. So unwind at the beachfront hotel villa with your own personal pool.
Oh, wow.
Delish fresh seafood and loads of wellness experiences to choose from with the Ritz-Carlton Ras Al Khaimah, the latest one in the UAE.
So it's got a UAE residential offer. I mean, like UAE resident offer, and you can pay 2,000 per villa per night, and that includes breakfast, which is 200 resort credit. So to get this offer, just go on their website and use the code P9, and the offer is valid until the 18th of April. No, the offers are valid until September 30th, 2022 for UAE residents only. Also, you can be checking out Lit's signature Saturdays at Sky 2.0. Now, this iconic venue is quite a banger place to hit on the weekends. It's got a sensational experience of disco balls and neon lights spun by the city's biggest DJs. And you can experience Sky 2.0's DJ lineup for an unmatched nightlife experience with the greatest.
I saw, and that's super cool. Like the lineup's so great.
Really? Okay, so it's worth visiting.
Aren't you going tonight?
I was just gonna ask, like, if it is, then I was gonna book in a table and hit the venue tonight.
Take me with you.
So this is happening every Saturday. Oh, do you want to come?
Yeah.
Sure, come along. So it's hip-hop, R&B, and Afrobeats spinning all night long.
So, on all seriousness, like you are taking me with you, right?
You can come if you want.
Okay, sweet. Third on the list is fun for the entire family at the first ever Peppa Pig live show in the UAE at the Etihad Arena. So we all know Peppa Pig. She's super popular, especially with preschool. It's a preschool animated television series. The funniest, by the way. She's so sassy, and they're bringing a playful cast on stage this May.
Yeah, and it's going to be taking place at the Etihad Arena, and it's going to be taken over by snorts and giggles for 4 days and 6 whole shows. Your little piggies will literally have the best time in the world and get educated in the most entertaining way possible. And it's taking place from May 26th until May 29th. So yeah, do head down there with the kiddos.
Everyone loves Peppa Pig. Adults love Peppa Pig, by the way. And last on our list is the big Italian brunch at the Bella restaurant. An out of the ordinary dining experience with the finest Italian delicacies.
Oh, wow.
So the experience is this grand Italian brunch featuring award-winning chef Alessandro Misali. I don't want to butcher his name. Misali?
So they have live music and they have the freshest Italian food. So if you're craving Italian, this is the place to head down this weekend. So also the Comedy Fest is going on.
Oh, yes.
If you're in for some lols, if you want to check out some comedians, like some legendary comedians. So far, we've had Russell Peters, we've had Veer Das, and this is taking place till May 22nd. Do go down to the Dubai Comedy Fest festival website, and then you can book your tickets for whichever comedian you want to see. But guys, stay tuned, because right after this, we are going to be in talks with
Christiana, the matchmaker of Dubai. We're gonna get to the bottom of
all things relationship
and why I'm single, where I'm going wrong, how to get over breakups.
Oh my God, is this gonna be a therapy session for you, Shahir? I hope not.
Yes. Guys, stay tuned. We're gonna go on break and we're gonna figure all out.
Let's just see what happens. Yeah. Guys, welcome back to Lovin Dubai show with me, Simran.
And Misha here.
And hi, I'm Christiana Maxion, the Dubai matchmaker.
So, guys, dating the right people in Dubai can be super tricky.
Ain't that the truth?
It is. But in Dubai, it can be especially challenging. And that's why we have with us today the go-to matchmaker of Dubai, covering all the bases you will need to find your perfect match, dealing with breakups and giving you the makeover you need to jump right back into the dating scene. So welcome to the show, Christiana.
Oh, thank you guys so much for having me. Honestly, an honor.
Thank you. Literally, pleasure's all ours. I'm super excited. Can you start off by telling us a bit more about yourself and how you got into matchmaking?
Okay, well, I am a native New Yorker.
Okay.
And my mission here in Dubai is to basically rewrite the blueprint of the Dubai datingverse.
Okay.
I think that dating in Dubai gets a really negative or bad reputation. But honestly, like with all of the changes in the new laws, like before Dubai used to be thought of as this really transient city. People are here for a good time, not a long time. But now with the new visas, with like golden visas, work remote, Dubai trying to become like the crypto hub of the world. And with the excellent way that the UAE dealt with the pandemic, people are viewing Dubai as more of a permanent place, which then translates into people thinking about making roots here and then finding long-term committed relationships.
Very well said. So what are some of the services you provide? You're a matchmaker.
Yes.
So is it like the incarnate of Tinder? How does it work?
No, we are not Tinder.
No, but you're like the real life version of Tinder if Tinder was actually good.
Exactly. Well, I would say we're elevated. So
100%.
Yeah. So basically what it is with my matchmaking services, men come to me when they're ready for a long-term commitment because they know that I have a database of quality women that are C-level executives, lawyers, entrepreneurs, models, and more.
Wow. Sign us up.
Yeah. And also like the women that are on my database are usually women you don't find on the dating apps.
Yeah.
Because they do have a high profile or they don't have time to waste with swiping, messaging. They don't want their face out there on an app. So that's why men come to me when they're ready for that commitment. And the women trust me that I'm delivering quality guys.
How do you find the women though? So how do you compile the database? So
in 2020 was when I really started like recruiting women because the way that this whole thing started was I started an Instagram account called Dating in Dubai during the pandemic.
Oh, that's cute.
And it really was like documenting my dating experience. With the apps, I found Zoom dating absolutely ridiculous, 100%. But it did gain some popularity. And I think people were attracted to my empowered dating standpoint. So a lot of people started asking me questions about dating, about relationships. And I said, you know what? I really love helping others, making people feel confident in this dating world. So I really invested in education, programs, mentoring. I became a certified dating coach, a professional matchmaker. And then in September, I consulted a legal team to basically say, hey, is this something that Dubai is ready for? Is this a business that will be accepted here? And they said, gave me the green light. September 30th was when I started Christiana Maxion Solutions with dating coaching and matchmaking. And right now we boast an over 80% success rate. So, so happy with that.
We have hope, basically, is what
yes, there is hope. Are you two single?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Ooh,
very
much. Have to recruit you.
Oh, yeah. Do you get a discount?
Maybe complimentary. We'll see.
Pro bono.
Sorted.
You're exactly what I need in my life right now.
Okay.
So how do you vet?
Yes.
How do you vet people basically? How do you keep the creeps away? And how do you differentiate between people who are actually in it for the long run as opposed to
So
people
no
that
Tinder swindlers like
No Tinder
Simon. We don't want any of those.
No,
Yeah.
no. So basically, the way I'm sorry, I didn't answer your question before about the database. I've been recruiting women. I started out with like people that I knew, right, about people who are struggling in dating, but they're fantastic, fantastic women. And I was like, why are these women struggling with dating? So I started recruiting them. I have a whole profile that people can fill out and apply to the database if they're ready for a long-term commitment. And the way that I vet the men who come to me is I have a particular, like, not questionnaire, but list of questions that I use.
Yeah.
And I always do a face-to-face consultation because then I feel you can feel the energy from somebody. Because just like a dating app, anybody could write down anything that they want.
Very true.
Tinder swindler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I talk face to face with them. I usually have, I think maybe being a New Yorker, I have like a gut instinct about certain people. And like if I have a feeling like they're not in it for the right reason, I do ask this one question, but I don't want to reveal it because I feel like then people will know the question that I asked.
Tell us later.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys secretly later, but that tells me, like the answer to that question tells me whether or not they're ready for this
God.
kind of commitment.
Yeah.
And then for, I think like the price point that I have, like if you're ready to invest this amount into your love life, then why wouldn't you take this seriously?
Exactly.
Do you know
like,
what I mean?
Dating is hard.
Yeah.
Especially for me.
I mean, instead of investing in like tarot reading and like all of that, just invest in something that'll get you results.
Exactly.
Instead of giving you predictions. But tell me, are you single?
I am. So I recently split with somebody, but I've had many successful relationships. I've been proposed to 2.5 times.
Oh, wow.
Engaged once. So like, I think I know what I'm doing, but it's going to take a very, very special man to lock it down.
Like, you know your worth.
So,
They
and
know-
you break it off? What?
Yes, I know my worth.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, like, ain't no time to mess around.
Yes.
So did you break it off each time?
One of them, no.
No. Okay.
But that I wasn't engaged in that moment or proposed to in that
So
moment.
what
The
are
other
some
ones,
of the
yes.
challenges of dating in Dubai?
Well, I think I mentioned before that people have this negative perception of dating. And I think that the dating apps have really like induced this kind of fear in people.
Yes.
And with the dating apps, and I hate to say this, I know it sounds so harsh, but people have become disposable because they live in your phone. You have no real connection to them.
Yes, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Like, you just move on to the next person, essentially. Like, if this isn't working out, as bad as it sounds, like, that is the sad truth.
And I call them machines, right? And I know you mentioned Tinder earlier. I call it the Tinder machine, right? Because it's constantly cranking out a wheel of new people, which gives this kind of like false sense that there are so many people to date here, but there's no vetting process in it.
Yeah.
And like through my company, we have quality people. But going back to the dating apps, right, with people being disposable, you have no real connection to them. You don't know them through family. You don't know them through work. You don't know them through friends. So conversations end. Conversations don't start. Dates get set. Dates get broken. But guess what? If it doesn't work out, boop, on to the next one because it's a machine. It goes like this. So if you're on the dating apps, I feel like it might hurt or hinder your kind of like positive perception of
And your
dating,
confidence.
your confidence, your self-esteem. And I always say that dating should be the most fun time in your life, especially in Dubai, because there's so many different cultures. You can date the entire map here and like learn like what you really like versus living in like your hometown where maybe it's more homogeneous culture. Where here, gosh, you have so many different opportunities to date anyone. So it should be fun.
Having people from different cultures, different backgrounds, how do you navigate finding a fit? Because some people want to date someone with a similar culture, similar beliefs, similar or same religions, or they just want to have that connection on a more cultural level. What would you say to them, and how do you navigate that?
I would say that I totally get that.
Do you
Because
think it's limiting? Do you think it's a limiting belief?
I think that if you want to build a life with somebody and something that's deep rooted in yourself and what you value is like religion or culture, then that's totally fine because that's going to be somebody, or it's going to make it easier to find somebody you're compatible with. For example, somebody who's really religious might find it difficult to date somebody outside of the religion because habits are different. And not necessarily values. I think that a lot of religions are rooted in similar values, but habits are different. And when you think about compatibility and building a life with somebody, it really comes down to hobbies, habits, and interests.
And the relatability meter as well.
Yeah, hobbies, habits, and interests.
Hobbies, habits, and interests.
Compatibility.
Compatibility.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Quality advice, putting so many things into perspective here. So of course, like the relatability meter has to be high as well with couples. So you are a certified dating coach.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a few of your thoughts on some situations like long distance relationships.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
What are your thoughts on that?
I am actually a fan of long distance relationships, but because maybe I'm a person who's very independent and I'm very secure in myself, and if my partner makes me feel secure as well, then why not have a long distance relationship? I think that what's very key in that is communication and schedules. Scheduling time to either Zoom, I know I mentioned Zoom dating before, but if you're already in a relationship, it's fine. To Zoom, to FaceTime, but making and putting in dates to see one another. Because then it's the anticipation of meeting up. And when you do meet up, I mean, there should be an end goal of, I guess, being together in the same city. But then again, in 2022, you can write any relationship that works for you. And don't let outside factors or traditional, I guess, ways of dating or relationships hinder that. Because if it works for you, who cares?
It works for you, exactly.
It works for you and your partner.
Very true.
Well, would you, so if you're in a relationship and like you're scheduling in Zoom calls, doesn't it get mundane for the individuals? Like, how do you overcome that?
Okay, so I think that what you should do is like prepare like questions for each other that are like fun and intriguing, a little provoking, even doing like, gosh, what's that? Okay, I like to play this game. It's called like Red Flag Deal Breaker or like Would You Rather? And like playing those games with one another and then like getting to know somebody through that.
Nice. That's really nice.
That is. Because like, a few of my friends that are in relationships complain that one of my closest friends, she complains that when she's on a Zoom call with her mans, he's playing like video games the whole time, and she's like,
"That's not quality time, though."
Hey, yeah, it's not, right?
Yeah.
But like, I guess that's all they can do.
But
Also, you kind of no, they've been together for a while, to be honest, and I've never seen a couple so.
That's what they get too
In sync.
comfortable.
Okay, in sync. Well, it might be that, but it just depends too. Obviously, I don't know this couple, but what are their end goals? How long have they been together? What are the things that they enjoy doing together? Do they have a set date to see each other again? But then again, like we just said, if that relationship works for them, it works for them. Who are we to judge?
But I guess at the same time, he just wants to spend time with her. So if it means he's playing video games and can like glance at his screen and see her, it is different, right? Like,
okay, wait, can I say something funny? So I knew a couple once that literally used to sleep on the phone together.
That's cute.
Is it? How honestly, how many minutes do you have?
No, it's
then
like
what?
Zoom calls.
On
You
like
can
the
just stay
FaceTime
on-
maybe, like the Wi-Fi or whatever.
It's just like
Yeah, like,
having
if you
the...
like-
Why not? It's like having the company on the phone.
Listen, it doesn't work for me.
I do that
It
all
doesn't
the
work
time.
for me, but it works for others. And who am I to judge?
I mean, my question is, how much money do you have to spend on minutes to be on the phone?
No,
FaceTime.
FaceTime, like a
Oh,
FaceTime.
good
WhatsApp
point.
call. That's
And then you like
fine.
wake up the
Skype.
next day with like the raspberries where you're like, hey, babe, like wake up.
no bad breath because they can't
Good
smell
point.
each other.
Good point. Good point. Good point. What are your tips for bad breath in the morning?
I mean, brush your teeth before you go to bed. Use mouthwash.
Oh, this isn't.
Floss. This isn't a dental section, is it?
Well, no, just like I don't know.
We have
whatever.
so many questions for you. Like
Okay,
dating
go.
questions. Okay, so the next
many.
one: how do you revive a dying relationship? And can you see? You know, a lot of people say love does die eventually. Like even when you get married, like love never lasts. And Is that true? And if so, how do you revive it? How do you revive the sparks?
I wouldn't say that love doesn't last. I think that love in a relationship evolves. And if you're in a long-term relationship, that relationship changes and takes course in different ways.
Yeah.
Especially when you add in other factors like moving, family, children, things like this. It changes course because you as an individual, as a human, you're ever evolving. And I think it's important to see if your relationship is evolving with your evolution and your partner's evolution, and how does that change with somebody. In terms of, I guess, reviving or maybe bringing back that spark, especially if you're in a long-term relationship, I would definitely say start dating again.
Someone, okay, I'm gonna say, move on from the person. You're boring. You're out.
Date each other
and like try different stuff. Like
try different things.
Go back to the basics.
Go back to the basics, and also I would say reflect and remember why you fell in love with this person.
That's so cute.
Yeah, because like life can get in the way and it can become a little muddied with responsibilities, and it's always good to take a step back and to evaluate yourself, evaluate your partner, evaluate the relationship. Well, okay, I'm going to give you guys like another little hint that I think works in relationships. This might sound like very businessy, but I know couples that literally create a relationship contract for every 6 months or every year. And in this contract, it says, so let's say you and I are in a relationship. I tell you what I need. And it's important to know your love languages and your partner's love languages, how you show love, how you receive love on both ends. And basically, I tell you what I need more of. You tell me what you need more of. You kind of sign a contract with that, and then you reevaluate the terms in 6 months, a year.
Amazing. What's your love language?
I mean, gift giving and receiving. Giving, remember gift giving and receiving. And I would definitely say physical touch. I like affection.
Cute.
Honestly, I'm the same.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that.
So
a match made in heaven.
We made a match.
Oh, we can take
Am
this
I
conversation
third wheeling over here?
So get out.
Am I third wheeling over here?
What are your tips for a first date? You're meeting someone for the first time.
Yes.
What are your tips?
My tips for a first date is to have your high standards, but low expectations.
Okay.
But with that being said, I think a lot of people put a lot of pressure on a first date. A first date is just a vibe check. Can you have a flow of conversation? Do you get on? Do not get deep. Do not talk too much about like a mistake I hear a lot on first dates is that you're talking about the future. I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want to do this. First of all, it sounds well with that though, you know what it does? It sounds like a checklist and that anybody will do. And then how do you think that makes the person that you're on a date feel? It feels like, oh, well, guess what? You want to get married too? You want to have kids? Well, then let's be together.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Rather than coming from that empowered standpoint of I'm the chooser, I'm the picker. And I think like when you lay that all out on the table, it kind of it takes away that power from you from choosing.
Yeah, and then also if you are assuming, so if someone starts asking those questions and mentally you're assuming that they want a particular answer, you're gonna feel forced to say something.
Correct. And just to make the date happy. Or also, sometimes people talk about controversial topics like politics, religion, or war. And I feel like you're on a first date to get to know somebody and to have fun. Why even open up the door to a heated conversation when you don't have to? Just close that door.
Very true.
100%.
Yeah, just stay on the surface. It's just a vibe check. That's all you need to do.
The first date.
First date, yes.
It all goes from there. So you told me something before the show, which I found so interesting. You said, don't date a project, date a partner. So do you have any more dating mantras like that you can share with our audience, share with us who are just love deprived, relationship deprived?
Well,
just don't know what to do with our lives?
Well, I do have like when people ask me about, okay, how should I date in Dubai? And I say there's a 4-step system that I usually go by when I talk to people. I say double DUC. I couldn't think of a good acronym. I was like duck or I don't know like what it is, but double DUC. So the first one is delete the apps. What we were speaking about earlier, about people being disposable, it might hurt your self-confidence, feeling empowered. So delete that. Then
No Tinder swindler.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
Tinder swindler.
No Tinder
Get 'em out.
swindlers. And then the second D is date yourself. Now, that might sound a little hokey, but what I mean by that is like with my clients, my coaching clients, I say create a love yourself list.
Okay.
And in this list are 10 or more things that make you innately happy. Right? And then you make a promise to yourself, post it somewhere so you can physically see it. You make a promise to yourself to do 1 or 2 of these things every day. Because then you're kind of like flipping the script and you're putting yourself first. You're choosing you every day. Okay? Now, this could be as simple as for me, like, I love reality television. Anything Bravo. Oh my gosh, I'm in it.
Are you watching Summer House?
I'm watching Summer
Oh my!
So
Match made in heaven.
So
Match made in
good.
heaven.
We can watch Bravo together.
100%. What are your thoughts on the union?
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later.
And then like
There's something quite special happening on this show.
Simon, again, you could get it.
Yeah, you can. I'm kidding.
It's happening.
And then also with like dating, like for example, I have a puppy, so I play with him, and just whatever makes sure I'm going to the gym, whatever that is, because then you're starting to choose yourself, the you in it. This is like a very businessy term, but it's called a USP. What is your unique selling point? And this is probably the most important part, because I tell clients to list down all of your achievements, all of your successes, all of your accomplishments, all of the attributes, characteristics that you're proud of in yourself. Physically write them down. Because when you go through this list and you read them to yourself, you read them aloud, you start realizing how unique you are and all of the things that you bring to the table and all of the things that you bring to a relationship.
Okay.
So good.
Because then you're so first you put yourself first, right? And now you're putting yourself on a pedestal.
Okay.
And when you're on a pedestal, right, this doesn't mean being cocky, but this is just being confident, right? When you put yourself on a pedestal, it's easier to see the red flags and the green flags when you're dating. Girl, yes. And from there, like, I would say after this USP, you're going to feel super confident when you're dating. But not only that, like people say, oh my God, like what's the sexiest thing somebody can be? It's not tall and it's not rich. It's confident.
100% agreed.
So,
Agreed.
yeah, so when you're there on that pedestal and you know what you bring to the table, you're flipping the tables in terms of you are now becoming the chooser and the picker of the person. So instead of coming out of a date or out of a relationship or thinking, oh my gosh, does he or she like me? Now it's turned, do I like them?
What if you're not feeling the best and you can't come up with a USP, or you're feeling extremely insecure and you can't put yourself out there as confident?
I get that. And you know what? That USP list comes easy for some people and more difficult for others. And then that comes to the C. Call me. Call me afterwards, see me, and if you're having trouble with that list, oh my gosh, I could definitely help you. I'm like your number one hype woman, like in the back. Like, oh my gosh, look at you, you're amazing.
You're exactly what I need.
Dating coach, therapist.
Yes,
I mean, just
here
a
we
perfect
are.
woman to Shahir, honestly.
You're exactly what I need right now. Back to Summer House, not to make this about the show, but you know what's going on with Lindsay, right?
Yes.
Over the last season, did you watch it?
Of course I did.
So
Yes.
Lindsay has had a hard time, basically in Summer House.
Want to hear the list?
Lindsay has had a hard time finding the right person, and she
Dating
wants
around, yeah.
exactly. She wants something specific out of the relationship, which throughout this year you've seen it evolve, right? So she is dating with a goal. What are your thoughts on that, and is she approaching it in the wrong way?
I think that when people say like approaching dating wrong, approaching this wrong, everybody has their own path. And I think that what she's doing in terms of dating around is getting her onto the right path, because now she is in a committed long-term relationship.
And they've been friends prior. So
and they were friends prior. So maybe she had to go a little wild in order to kind of like
find
narrow
right
in what she was looking for.
what qualities and
Yeah.
what's a yes and what's a no.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it.
So back to the list.
Yes.
And then
So
real quick.
double DUC. So
Yes.
delete the apps, date yourself, your USP, your unique selling points list. C, call me. Matchmaking, dating, coaching. I'm here for you.
Oh, that's it. That's the list.
Yeah, DDUC.
Love that. So we'll quickly get into a really fun dating game. Shahir, would you like to explain the mechanism?
So
gosh.
the game is called Love It or Hate It. We're gonna give you a list of either attributes or just like traits in a person.
Okay.
And you tell us whether you love it or hate it. If you love it, we're all good. If you hate it,
Okay.
do you wanna have a go? Ready?
Yeah,
So
let's go.
it's a quick one. We just go through a whole list of
Okay.
stuff and bam, 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 bam.
Okay, bam, 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 bam.
Okay.
Let's go.
So if your partner is shorter than you,
Love it.
love it.
Really?
Well, no, wait, I'm 5'3". So I wouldn't say for me, but I have dated men that are like a similar height to myself. And I always say this, like tall doesn't pay the bills and tall doesn't take care of you when you're sick. So when I see on applications that women sent me and and I ask them, what attributes are you looking for in a man? And they put tall. I'm like, that's not. No. I'm like, I'm talking about kind, caring, nurturing, supportive.
Okay.
Doesn't pay the bills.
What about someone that likes to stay in more than he likes to go out? Right?
I am recently. Oh, no, wait, not no. I meant yes. Sorry. I'm playing the game wrong. I meant yes. So I'm recently sober, so I don't mind that at all. But I am a very social person. I love networking and doing that. But then again, if my partner doesn't enjoy that, why would I force somebody to do something that they don't like to do?
Okay.
It might be the yin to your yang.
But I think someone can be too yinner than your yang, you know? Or too younger to your yin.
And you know what, though? It's about whether or not you accept that or if you don't. And you have to be honest with yourself and honest with your partner in that.
Point. Okay, so the next one, not having social media.
Excellent.
What?
Really?
I love it. Don't have social media because I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, Christiana.Maxion.Matchmaker, but I'm so silly on Instagram. Like I say like the funniest things about dating and I don't want my partner being like, why are you talking about that? So actually even better if they don't have social media.
What?
Love it.
But it could be so sus.
That literally took the words out of my mouth.
No, better.
Okay, what about going for a walk or coffee on a first date? Why?
No. A first date should be a meal. Whether that's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, whatever you want. Because you're sitting with somebody one-on-one.
Okay.
You can feel the person across from one another, ask questions, ping pong game with each other, conversation. Where a walk, you're standing next to somebody. It's hard to carry a real conversation or feel if they're telling the truth or having an honest conversation. A coffee implies that it's going to be very short. And who wants to, especially as a woman, who wants to get all dressed up and go for a 10-minute date?
Okay.
I wouldn't mind. You're just being chill outfit.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
If you really are questioning whether or not you want to go on a first date with somebody, like if you met on an app or through a friend or whatever, have a phone conversation or a FaceTime with them.
Good point.
Yeah.
What about
Instead of wasting the time
I
to
would
get
think
ready.
meeting is just better. But yeah, if you're doing like a whole round of dating roulette, then yeah, possibly phone calls would be better.
Phone call, FaceTime, best. Do that.
Okay, so chapped lips on your date. Chapped lips.
Why are they
Feelings.
chapped?
Good point.
This is what I need to
Good
know.
question.
Why are their
Maybe
lips
they just
so
don't
dry?
hydrate
I was
enough.
gonna say, are they dehydrated? Are they too much action? I need to know because there's a massive difference between the two.
Okay, so would you notice the dry lips and go like ask him about his lifestyle? Is that like a turn off for you?
Well, maybe he's just dehydrated. He just like ran a marathon, climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. So
Benefit of the doubt.
let's see. I'm taking him at face value. He's fine. Just you know what you do. Like I said, I'm a gift giver. That's my love language. Buy him some of that Kiehl's lip balm. That's it.
Good, by the way. Such a good
Kiehl's
product.
lip balm's the best.
But like, isn't that like, hey, you need this,
Exactly.
basically.
But I mean, do I want my partner walking around looking like an ogre?
Good point.
Probably not.
Good
it's like in
point.
Friends when Phoebe gifts something quite unwanted to one of her, dates who keeps running around. Do you see Friends? Do you know that episode?
I'm from New York, so I don't watch Friends. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, what
Sorry.
about...
I'm a Seinfeld girl.
I've never seen it. Everyone says so many good things about it.
Yeah.
Splitting the bill on the first date. Like,
my
not... Like,
Yes?
No. Oh my gosh. Who do you think I am?
just with his
No.
mouth open.
So you would want to pay the full bill.
No, he is. Oh my gosh. I think
Okay.
as a gentleman, I do believe in traditional gender roles, like not in everything 100%, but I do believe that the gentleman, if he's asking you out on a date, then he should be the one to pay for it. Now, this doesn't mean that your date is like at a white tablecloth dinner. I think that the guy should be smart enough to choose a date that's wallet friendly to him or budget conscious,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
We have online now. Look up the menus, see what fits within your budget, but also like don't be silly and book something that's out of your range because then you're going to hold some kind of weird resentment against the person.
Very true.
I get
So
you.
then,
Especially
as
as the
a
work
man,
out.
yeah, and as the man, that's what you should be doing. I mean, I don't think it's that difficult.
Shahir, did you
There's
hear that?
internet.
Are you good with that?
Just because I take people to free places does not. I'm kidding.
Oh my God!
I'm not that person.
Well, I will say that. Okay, so this might be a little controversial and unpopular opinion, but one time a guy took me on a date to like a discount night. Like it was like an all-you-can-eat, and I was like, oh. Okay.
Never seen you again.
And then I
I
said,
would love that.
No,
What's wrong
see,
with
and
that?
then I said-
you can eat pastas and pancakes
or
and
like a buffet.
pizzas.
and then I said, oh, can I see the a la carte menu? Because I was like, not doing that.
Okay.
Sorry, I know it's unpopular opinion, but like, it should be more special than that on a first date, especially if you're trying to like impress somebody. Because that's what we're all trying to do on a first date is like impress the other person. So.
Okay, so we've kept you here for far too long.
Okay,
Last
sorry.
one,
Okay.
I feel like this is the buzzer one for you, but let's see if the person is not a pet person.
Oh yeah, because I have my poodle.
Gotta be a pet person.
Everyone has to be a pet person. There's no reason for you not to be.
Yes.
Christiana.
Yeah, just
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you
I
guys.
have more questions for you after the show.
Let's do it.
It's been a pleasure. Also, we'll figure out why I'm single if you don't mind. And
Yes,
I'm going
let's do
wrong.
it. We'll have like an after show.
100%.
this
Thank
is
you
going
so
to
much.
be some therapy session that they're going to have going on after the show. But thank you so much
Yes.
for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked that episode with Christiana. And we will see you same time, same place next week. Bye.
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 Guys.